Hello everybody. In this video I want to talk about an eco audit, and I forget where I saw this, like last week or a couple weeks ago, where basically there are a lot of people nowadays that talk about this notion of saving the planet, going green, reduce, reuse, recycle, to the point of like they'll say that they don't want to use like straws to save the planet and things like that, right? When we have like millionaires like Taylor Swift that are using their jets, right, just to go to like a different state or city, and that's a lot of pollution. Well, anyway, pollution is a big topic, and I thought, when I saw um, doing an eco audit in your house, I was like, that's interesting. Like, how would you even go about that? So I asked ChatGPT, and I was like, how can I do an eco audit by myself? Right now, audit, we need to understand that it's this idea of basically like doing an inventory of things, right? Like, or checking the quality, right? Like companies do audits to see if you're up to date on the norms, the standards, if you have enough fire extinguishers, like if the building is so big, you need to have like so many fire extinguishers, 15, let's say, and they just make sure that you have your 15 fire extinguishers, that you have all the safety protocol, safety procedures, right? So this idea of an audit in terms of doing it by yourself and doing it in terms of seeing if you're being ecological, I think is a great idea, especially for people that are interested in trying to save the planet and reduce, reuse, recycle. I get a lot of people that believe in this idea, and I hear a lot of people that believe in this idea, but really, really, how much are you actually doing for the planet to save the planet? I mean, if you consider yourself an eco-friendly person, you may want to think about the things I'm about to say right now. I'm going to be talking from the perspective of 8 different points, things that you can do by yourself, right? That I think are very practical, but that do require time and a little bit of work. So if you're interested in this, stick around. Well, let's get started. The first one is electricity, lighting, and unplugging devices. Electricity, it says check your electricity bill for usage patterns, identify high consumption appliances like refrigerators, air conditioners, and heaters, and consider replacing them with energy efficient models if they're old. It's this idea that old models consume more energy, right? Lighting, replace incandescent light bulbs with LED or LED lights to save energy, and unplug devices. I think this is like one of the most practical tips that I have on the list. Identify electronics that can be unplugged when not in use to avoid phantom power consumption. Think your TV, your speakers, right? You have all these things plugged in, but you're not using them, and they're using up energy, right? The second one is water use. Check for leaks, inspect faucets, shower heads, and toilets for leaks and fix them promptly. Low flow fixtures. Consider installing low flow shower heads and faucets, aerators to reduce water usage, right? So if you're used to taking a shower with this like spray, high intensity shower head, consider installing a low pressure one, right? And watering practices in general. If you have a garden, use efficient watering practices like drip irrigation or watering in the early morning or late evening. Let me know in the comments why this would be. I don't have a garden, but why would it be a good idea in the early morning or late in the evening? Waste management. Obviously, recycling. Evaluate your recycling habits. Ensure you're recycling correctly and composting organic waste if possible. Reduce and reuse. Look for items that you frequently throw away and find reusable alternatives such as cloth shopping bags, reusable water bottles. Heating and cooling. I thought this one was interesting. Insulation. Check for proper insulation in your home to reduce heating and cooling costs. Thermostat settings. Use programmable thermostats to optimize heating and cooling times. And drought proofing. Seal windows and doors to prevent drafts and improve energy efficiency. Okay, now we go with transportation. This is the fifth one. Vehicle use. Consider how often you use your car, and if there are opportunities to walk, bike, or use public transportation more frequently, right? Like carpooling. So I think this one is a very good one for people that say they want to save the planet, but then like every member of the family has a car, and it's like, well, get a bike, use public transportation, right? Car maintenance, ensure your vehicle is well maintained for optimal fuel efficiency. So again, all of these things cost money, but if you're interested in doing this, then you should take this up. Household products, cleaning supplies, switch to eco-friendly cleaning products to reduce chemical pollution. And personal care products, look for biodegradable and natural personal care products. Food consumption, I thought this was interesting too. Number 7, local and organic. Buy local and organic foods when possible to reduce carbon footprint and food waste. Plan meals to minimize food waste and compost food scraps. So how many people do we get that they didn't eat, they don't plan their meals, and then they just buy something random off the street, right? And obviously it needs to come in a plastic or in some type of styrofoam. And again, they're consuming, they're wasting, they're polluting the environment like that. So planning your meals, see, a lot of this, um, I don't think people that are disorganized can do this. You need to be a little bit organized. You need to plan things. You need to fix things, right? Especially with like the transportation and the food things. You need to plan those things, right? So you can't just be like all spontaneous and disorganized. Also in your house, like to detect, like imagine how uncomfortable it's gonna be that every time you want to watch TV, now you have to plug it in first and unplug it when you're finished watching it, right? But do you want to save the planet? Gardening and landscaping, native plants. Use native plants in your garden to reduce water and maintenance needs. And chemical use. Limit the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. So, tools and resources. You can have energy monitors. Consider using an energy monitor to track the electricity consumption of various appliances. And finally, an audit checklist, kind of like the one I just mentioned right now. Use online resources or templates for detailed audit checklists to ensure you cover all aspects of your home. So I thought these were some interesting ones, especially for people that will basically vilify or yell or scold other people that are using like a straw, right? Or that um, I don't know, that take a long shower, right? It's like, if you're really interested in this, well, you may want to consider everything that you can do, and these are just things that you can do, right? They say that real change starts with the individual, with yourself. These are things that you can do on your own. They don't take a community or a group of people or a whole country or the world, So if you're really interested, you could start doing these type of things, right? Just putting it out there. And that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.